going to take a run out to the BMW dealership. I didn't check the website to see if they're open, but I'm pretty sure that they are. I want to take a look at the GS, the 310. And sometimes they have some other nice bikes. They might have a 1250 just to look at. Certainly not interested in that. They've had some 750s and 850 GSs in the past. And occasionally they'll have some of their more of their street specific bikes. But my only interest are dual sports, dirt bikes, and ADVs. So we'll get past these kids. They might come back after me. These kids like to rip. So we're gonna ride out here. We're not that far. We're less than a mile away. But we got to go through some rice fields. It's pretty interesting. You go from these small backcountry roads or rural roads that are just outside the city that run along this river. And then it's like, all of a sudden, you get to a BMW dealership. Now this guy had started selling cars, and he had a BMW car dealership, but the owner was also into ADV bikes. And I think he had owned a BMW, so he ended up getting the franchise here. So now he sells motorcycles and he sells cars. So we're going to go check it out. I was there maybe about 3 years ago. They had a bunch of 750s, 850s, but I think now they might have some 310s. I want to take a look at them. I have no interest in the 1250. 850 would be cool, but they're priced pretty high here. The last video that we did, you could see if you watched at the Kawasaki dealership, the prices for motorcycles that are made here in Thailand, some that have been grandfathered in before 2020, just dirt cheap, including this bike. Like I got this bike for $3,560 US dollars because it's made here. Although they did add a fee in 2020, this bike, which I bought in the fall of 2019, didn't have that cost. So I managed to get this for about $1,000 less than you would pay if you bought it in the US. So it was pretty good savings. So I was looking at the Versys, kind of interested in maybe getting a second bike. Like a small ADV. And the Versys that they have in the showroom right now is a brand new one. Although it's not brand new, it's from 2017, but it has 0 miles. And kind of highlighted that in my last video. But the price is $49.97 out the door, including the warranty, no cost for registration. So they give you a free tag, they give you free insurance for a year, 2-year warranty, I think I just mentioned. So it's pretty crazy. But bikes like Yamaha, expensive here. BMW, anything that's built outside of Thailand that gets imported is just crazy expensive. Cars, motorcycles, I mean, they can be 2, sometimes 3 times as expensive. So at this, you're going to notice the pricing at this BMW dealership. The bikes are pretty expensive as compared to if you were to get them in the US. Fortunately, this is a decent sized city, so they have a good number of motorcycle dealers. It's actually one of the biggest cities that you would find in this region of Thailand. So you have a lot of good dealerships. You've got Yamaha dealerships, you've got BMW, you've got KTM, Kawasaki, Honda, and even a Harley dealership. They have pretty much any bike you want. You're going to buy a bike and you're on a budget and you're frugal. Kawasaki and Honda are the only 2 bikes that you can consider. So unless something changed financially, these are the bikes I got to stick with. But I'd still like to take a look at the GS, 310 GS. I think it's a good little bike. The last video I went to the Kawasaki dealership and looked at the Versys. But I'd like to compare the two. And and then maybe go take a look at the KTM 390 in a future video, and then maybe even the Honda 500. Get some thoughts and pricing, and we'll just compare, and then maybe we'll make a decision. Okay, we'll see you at the dealership. It's going to be a few minutes. I gotta keep my eyes open. There's a small road that goes like right through the middle of these rice fields. I've been down it once before. It's very narrow. If I head down this road and a car comes, I'm basically leaning off the edge, which is a drop off into these rice paddies. Here we go. So we'll see. Yeah, very narrow road. The last time I did come down here, there was a car. So as you can see, yeah, I mean, I was like leaning on the edge. Pretty cool. This is just a rural area, like a dirt road. But on the other side of this dirt road is the bypass and the BMW dealership. Okay, got some crap. Get the BMW F900. Good looking bike. And the other bike of interest here is the F850. This is the only other bike that I would even remotely be interested in. They don't have any 310 GSs here, but this is a 2019 promotion price, 489,000 baht. I'm gonna have to put the conversion on the screen because I can't do that in my head. But these bikes are brand new. They don't allow any demos here. But it's a good looking bike. Very nice. And of course they got the big boy here, 1250. I'm not sure what year this is. These things don't fly off the showroom floor because they're just expensive. Most people in Thailand ride scooters. It's only the affluent or the wealthy that can afford something like this. And have some expendable cash, I suppose you could say, or disposable cash, I should say. But yeah, it's a cool looking bike. Just way too big for me, man. I don't even think I would ever be interested in something like that. This is the bike that has everything you need. This is pretty nice. This selection's a little bit low. They have a lot of bikes that are a couple years old. They're all brand new. I mean, they don't have any miles. Bikes don't have any miles, but they've been sitting on the showroom floor for a couple years. Well, it should make a difference. They're all dry. BMWs are always nice, man. They got 5-year warranties and pre-scheduled maintenance for all 5 years, or basically it was like 1,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, and I think that was it. So you get 5 years of service. So this bike is fine if you're just going short distances on the bypass here. But if I had to do anything extended, yeah, no thanks. So they didn't have any of the GS, the 310 speed bumps, but they did have a 2019 F850. That would be my ultimate bike one day. My skills improved and I felt comfortable with a 485-pound bike, but not at the moment.